Hi, Fruitypants here with James Engelbrecht, who just was the organiser of the Australian Fruit Festival. Woohoo!
Yes.
It's the last afternoon, people are feasting in the hall, and James, can you tell us what was it like putting on the festival?
Yeah, well, it was definitely a lot of fun. There was a lot to do. It was our first event, and what was it like? We did find it challenging, and we knew that because it was going to be our first event, because we haven't put an event on before like this. We weren't as prepared, and this time around we have a lot more people who are standing up now. They can see what's actually happened at the event, and they just love it. So we've actually got a lot of people coming on for coordinator roles.
Yeah, cool.
And like big coordinator roles early on, so it's going to be a lot different next time around.
And how big was your core group for this one?
Organising?
Yeah.
We had about 10 or 15 people doing a few, different tasks. Some people, we had a few people doing coordinator roles, and then we had people helping out, doing tasks here and there that within what they could do based upon what they're doing work-wise and that. So
yeah, great. And just so everyone knows out there, so the Australian Fruit Festival was different than the Thai Fruit Festival in the sense that they had a hall that they hired, and they provided fruit, and they had speakers, lots of different speakers, so it was a different style setup to the just sort of come as you are style of the Thai Fruit Festival. And it was amazing because we had all this local fruit coming in, because all the locals here had their connections with the farmers, and so it was a really different, amazing vibe.
Yeah.
And so are you happy with how it went?
Yeah, I'm really happy. Everyone came together.
I'm really happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it exceeded my expectations, absolutely.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it exceeded your expectations, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, it was fantastic. We had 18 talks with some very high-level experts in the raw food lifestyle, including an exotic fruit expert, the world's leading exotic fruit expert, Alan Carl.
Oh,
and Alan Carl,
that was amazing.
Yeah. He owns the Botanical Art. He co-founded the Botanical Art, which has just in fruit species 500 fruit species on his property. He has about 3,000 different different plants of species, and he's responsible for bringing in half of the exotic fruits that we have here in Australia that we ate. So there's more, but he's actually responsible for more than a lot of the exotic fruits we have here in Australia. And in addition, that has also gotten around the world, and you can see this ping pong effect of, for example, Rollinia went from here to Asia to another place in Asia to somewhere else, and then ended up in Africa.
Yeah.
And apparently in Africa they think it's their native fruit, but it's not. It's introduced species that he got into Australia first. So yeah, it's amazing. So
it's
Alan
amazing
Carl,
what came together.
Yeah, look him up. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And so plans for the next fruit festival? Can you tell us a bit about what you've got planned for that?
Yes, well, we've got a bigger group of coordinators, a bigger team, and we know now that we've had a lot of demand for people wanting to come to this festival. We weren't as planned. It was basically last minute. I put the schedule up literally the night before, about 2:30 AM, with all our speakers up on the internet, and so we're not going to be like that. We're not going to be like that this year. We're all set up as an incorporated association. We know a lot of stuff. Yeah, so from learning from this experience, what we're expecting. So 1st of March, we'll be getting together and with our association committee members and planning. Because of that, we will have coordinator roles doing one task and one role, and we'll be able to get things organised very quickly. We have many skilled people, like highly skilled people. It's just amazing. You set your intention, and then people just come to you. Everything's just starting to line up. We're even talking about a property, which would be future, but we're talking about a property that has come available, and it's going to become available a lot cheaper just because of our connections with someone who's a group of people who are raw foodists and well known. We won't say anything yet, and it could be a future festival site. Our goal is to have our own. Well, my goal, and we still got to talk with the association, is to have our own property with a food forest, a large food forest system, like the Woodstock setup, that people can come to, and then during the year people can come to and they can go woofing, or they can come and stay and pay paid accommodation. So it's basically an ongoing year-round fruit festival.
Wow.
So one fruit festival, but you can come and you can hang out with all these other like-minded people, and that is the goal.
Wow, that's amazing.
And, yeah, next year I think
Vision.
Next year would be something like probably something like 300 to 500 people, could have more, and we'll be having. I'd like to have ticket sales up by May, and because of the larger, more involvement with people as coordinator roles, that should be pretty easy, I think.
And what can people do if they want to get involved? How can they get
great.
involved?
Yeah, so if you do want to get involved, the amazing powers of the internet to allow us to work and collaborate from all over the world. So if you would like to do any kind of volunteering or coordinating, we are looking for coordinating leaders. We don't have all the leaders, we've got a lot, and if you could email the australianff@gmail.com email account and make your suggestions, recommendations, we can go through and see how we can have you on board together. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Thanks a lot, James.
Okay.
Thanks so much for the festival, and look forward to what's coming up next.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited.
Fruit and vegetables. Eat 'em.